Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Right to the air is Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 18-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Jackson will keep it, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This time Jackson will throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, his 1st NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Tua to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the turnover, it's Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And again, it's Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage. Jackson now.
this is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this is going to remain a one-point game.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it, but this one winds up no good.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua, throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
First down catch there by Jalen Waddle. What a promising debut for the 6th overall pick in the 2021 draft. Led all rookies with 104 receptions, mainly catching passes from his college teammate, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua now on 1st down. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional? Hey, report.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. That moved it a combined 33 yards. Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. Baltimore. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Dolphins take over first down at their own 25-yard line. Let's go. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Tua, a final shot before half. And he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it. It pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved? And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play in the first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 79 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Play action. Now Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and a couple. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
That's good for the Baltimore Ravens.
Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. 32-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to pass. Tua eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To try again after the sack. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Again, Jackson. Swings this out for Hunt. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. From the 39, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Throwing, Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Brandon's okay with what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later, they're going to have to stop the clock.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now Tua. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Here's Tua. Being chased out left. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The slot man in motion right. Here's Mostert. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far.